baby.
Right now, we sitting here at the Upper Boxing Center where we always meet at. This our meeting ground since we was amateurs and whatnot, right? He's coming. We waiting for our champ to get here so we can just go to Mondami Mall and see what's ready to unfold.
Y'all getting the last little bit of Gervonta that y'all gonna see. I'm gonna make sure I do what I'm supposed to so I can be the best I can.
2 sparring partners and rounds is unknown. All right, y'all. Let's go. When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang.
There you go. Good. There you go.
When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understands that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you asked for. Let's get it now. It's going down.
Good word.
He ain't playing with nobody. Step in that ring with him, be prepared.
Gervonta Davis is back and fully locked in alongside coach Calvin Ford at the same old Baltimore training camp where his journey to stardom first began. Now focused more than ever, Gervonta Davis is refining every aspect of his game, sharpening his speed, power, timing, and ring IQ as he prepares to dominate the division once again and remind the boxing world exactly why he remains one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Man, I call it three things. I look at Tank trying to find himself as the businessman, the fighter, and the family man. Nobody can give him a name. You know, he ain't come around that stable American way of life. We can learn from it. You can see glimpses and pieces of different people's life. He tries to get into it, but he won't really understand it. So right now, he's just trying to find himself. I look at him and look at myself. I had my journey too, you know, and I see his journey. His journey is different.
After stepping away from the sport for a period of time, Gervonta Davis discovered something deep inside himself that refused to stay silent. Now fully back in the gym and training harder than ever, that small spark of motivation has erupted into a raging fire as Gervonta Davis focuses on reclaiming everything that once belonged to him and proving once again that he is still one of boxing's most dangerous and determined champions. Straight to the real reason this fight continues getting delayed, Shakur Stevenson is no longer holding back. Shakur Stevenson made it clear that he wants the fight with Gervonta Davis badly, but openly criticized Tank Davis's behavior as goofy and unprofessional in a way that says everything about where the real issue stands. According to Shakur Stevenson, this is not about contracts, networks, or television deals anymore. In his view, Gervonta Davis simply is not taking the situation seriously enough, and boxing fans are beginning to recognize the same thing as the long-awaited showdown continues to face delays.
If same thing that I said.
Fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that with anybody.
But keeping it boxing.
That's boxing.
No, I'm just saying.
That's not boxing?
Yeah, no, I love it. No, you got to do what you got to do.
Right, like.
I just want to see. I want to know. I'm just asking, realistically, will we ever see y'all two in the ring? However way it get there, will we ever see that match?
Looking at the bigger picture, though, Shakur Stevenson kept things honest when reflecting on the past, admitting that there was actually a time when the energy between himself, Gervonta Davis, and the other young rising stars in boxing was cool and respectful. But everyone involved understood deep down that it was never going to remain that way forever, especially when all of them were chasing the exact same goal at the very top of the sport and fighting to become the face of the division.
And I feel like deep down, like, they probably won't say it, but they know. They know. It was cool at certain times, but deep down, everybody know as a competitor, it's only so cool it can get.
So we gonna have to face each other.
So
copy.
truthfully, it was cool at times. But
Shawn Porter has shared the ring with some of the greatest fighters of his era and understands exactly what elite-level boxing truly looks like. So when Shawn Porter breaks down a potential matchup between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, he makes it clear that this would be a completely different challenge from anything Tank Davis has faced before. Shawn Porter views the fight as a high-level chess match where Shakur Stevenson's defensive brilliance, timing, and ring IQ would force Gervonta Davis to evolve in ways he never has before or risk being outboxed over the course of the fight. Porter also warned that the knockout formula and explosive power Davis has relied on throughout his career may not be enough against a technical specialist and defensive master at the level of Shakur Stevenson.
Tank is going to go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's not going to happen.
But it shouldn't have taken this fight
I knew he couldn't
for
knock
people to realize.
Yeah.
Right.
I knew that too, but yeah. Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been
It's
saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist, you know?
He might got a lot to do with it.
He's that, the silver child of the
Furthermore, Shawn Porter explained that the greatest fighters are not always the ones with the hardest punch, but the ones who can adapt the moment their original game plan stops working inside the ring. Reflecting on how elite boxers continue building and evolving their skills throughout their careers, Shawn Porter emphasized the importance of being able to adjust mid-fight, change strategies under pressure, and find new ways to win when the knockout is not coming and the usual formula is no longer getting the job done against a high-level opponent like Shakur Stevenson.
With Shakur, you're going to see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're going to see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing, and that's kind of where you see
who's smart.
You know what I mean?
Who get a hold of it.
I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what Tank is gonna do with Shakur. He's gonna come into the ring and be a different version of himself.
Adding another respected boxing voice to the conversation, Roy Jones Jr. gave his breakdown of a potential matchup between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, and his verdict could not have been more direct. According to Roy Jones Jr., the biggest factor separating the two fighters is discipline above everything else. In his view, Shakur Stevenson's focus, dedication, and professionalism both inside and outside the ring operate on an entirely different level, giving him a major advantage in a fight of this magnitude. Roy Jones Jr. also suggested that Gervonta Davis's past personal struggles and inconsistency have created legitimate concerns about how he performs when the pressure becomes overwhelming, the spotlight grows brighter, and the stakes reach their absolute highest point.
Shakur wins it because of his discipline, because he showed against Teofimo to stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline, but we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right times than we've seen him not have.
But Roy Jones Jr. was not finished with his analysis, and this is where his breakdown became even more interesting. Roy Jones Jr. made it absolutely clear that a fully focused, highly motivated, and mentally locked in Gervonta Davis is a serious problem for anyone in boxing, regardless of how strong their strategy or game plan may appear on paper. According to Roy Jones Jr., the fight IQ, explosive timing, one-shot knockout power, and natural instincts that Gervonta Davis brings into the ring are rare qualities that do not simply disappear because of outside distractions or personal noise surrounding his career at the moment.
Now I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his intangibles. When Tank is disciplined and got his mind on right, Tank's a problem for anybody. Because Tank can fight better than most people think he can. It's just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it makes people think less of him, but don't underestimate Tank Davis. If Tank is motivated and ready to fight, Tank is a problem.
And if Roy Jones Jr.'s verdict wasn't enough, Terrence Crawford steps in to raise the stakes even further, highlighting Shakur Stevenson's elite defensive skill set as something Gervonta Davis has simply never faced before in his entire career. Terrence Crawford also reminds everyone that a three-division world champion does not enter a fight of this magnitude without serious credentials and proven greatness behind him. In his view, the importance of this matchup is undeniable, with the tension, skill level, and stakes becoming obvious from the very moment both fighters step into the ring.
Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch, but they said the same thing about Floyd because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else, and he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not market.
That brings today's video to a close. If you enjoyed the breakdown, be sure to hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you stay updated on every new update, breakdown, and fight discussion. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.